Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Very happy to be here with all of you. I'm here also to share some ideas with you, perhaps during lunch. The opportunities in the region are getting very interesting, and they are real. I think in the interest of time, I just like to share a few examples of such opportunities. The first is, let me talk about Vietnam. We have probably one of the best places to produce organic fruits because of the Mekong region, Mekong River Delta. What Vietnam needs is really investment in logistics and also the technology, to make sure that the production process is effective, and also farmland is well utilized, and then the transportation services to get the products to places like China, etc., can be effective. So the largest organic fruit production base can be easily built in Vietnam. You can see the fruits are just outstanding in terms of variety, quality. China alone is a big customer. Hong Kong is also a big customer. The problem is really further investment and how to manage the logistics and the trading arrangements better. Another example is in Vietnam is property sector, the government and the stock market. The government is planning to improve constantly now how to get more foreign investment into the country. So you will see, I expect to see more reforms and also better rules, regulations to attract foreign investors. So this is also a bright spot. I understand that the Hong Kong TDC has a very productive and effective office in Ho Chi Minh City, for example. Another example is Indonesia. Indonesia is fascinating. 300 million people approaching that, very eager for success and for a better life. You can find lots of success stories in China, including the internet sector. It can be replicated in Indonesia. So I think Hong Kong has a unique opportunity to combine force with China to actually produce some of the very good companies, business models adapted for Indonesian markets. That's a huge market, and the population is very ready for change, as we have seen even in politics recently. And so we see a lot of opportunities from Indonesia, particularly with China's very clear focus on Indonesia as an important country in ASEAN to work together with. Many examples, including perhaps a submarine fiber optic cable linking Hong Kong with Indonesia. And that way we can actually add to the Maritime Silk Road initiative in terms of bandwidth and connectivity. One more country I'd like to mention is Cambodia. The rice there is excellent, and the soil is beautiful. Without any pollution, they produce three times a year. What they need is investment in silos, in all the factories and the logistics and trading arrangements. I think the country is great. It needs power. It buys power from Vietnam and Laos, for example, but eventually it needs a grid, a electricity grid for the country, and that is an infrastructure investment that is, I think, on surface, without thinking further, I think it's definitely a must for a country like Cambodia that is growing non-stop. Myanmar is the next. The telecom sector there, the telephone penetration is so low. The banking sector is so new. The whole population is underbanked, although recently the government announced a few licenses. So a country, the sky is limit. They need telecom infrastructure, fiber optic cables, telecom towers, and all the services that can actually get the country faster on the road to more reform and development. The country has a number of good companies that we have spotted, and I really look forward to having one or two such good companies to be listed in Hong Kong. If you look back to Cambodia, now they have only two, if I'm correct, only two companies listed in Hong Kong. One is in the casino sector, the other is in the water sector. So there's no reason why Myanmar cannot have 2 or 3 or even 4 companies listed in Hong Kong. So this is a wonderful opportunity for Hong Kong to systematically reach out to the ASEAN region to see whether we can actually help some of the best companies there to get listed in Hong Kong, to tap into the capital market here for further development in the home market, and perhaps to build the links with Hong Kong and China. Tourism, tremendous opportunities, including medical tourism. You see the number of Vietnamese patients in Singapore hospitals. That's just one example. But I think various countries need to think about the visa arrangement, including Hong Kong. I think perhaps we should have another look at how we deal with ASEAN countries, tourists, in terms of visa arrangement, to make it a pleasure rather than a long wait, for anybody who wants to come here to go to other places in China for travel. There are many other examples, but I think in the interest of time, I should stop here. Thank you, Joe.